I started the course, I think, January, and I got an offer March 20 something. I finished the course. I took time to like work on my GitHub projects, which took about like a month and a half. But all that time I was already applying. I applied to about 220 according to my tracker. And then I got the offer near my birthday, actually, which I remember was like March 20 something.
Today I'll be interviewing Kirk. He went from working in Chipotle to having his first IT job in under 4 months. He had a lot of really good execution and he prepared really well for his interview and his like resume and portfolio and everything. He has a lot of really good advice. So if you're interested in getting into IT, definitely watch this all the way through. I think it's going to help you a lot. On to the interview. Hey everybody, Josh here. I'm a YouTuber and the IT course instructor for Course Careers. And then we have Kirk here who went through the IT course and he ended up getting a few job offers and he agreed to come on and do an interview with us. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, really appreciate it. Do you want to do like a brief introduction about yourself and maybe talk about what you were doing before you decided to get into IT?
Okay. So, yeah, my name's Kirk. I didn't really have any IT experience before this. In fact, before this, I actually worked at Chipotle. So, I did go to college, but I didn't graduate. So yeah. So no IT experience, only work experience is working in a kitchen. And then I finally got my first IT job because of the course.
Very cool. Congrats on that. I saw your long post in Discord, but I don't remember seeing like your job title or anything like that. Can you tell us like what your job title is and if you started working yet?
Okay, I started working already, and it's actually, I work at the service desk of the electric company here in SoCal. And yeah, I started already. I'm about a month in, and I'm still
Nice.
training.
Okay. Cool. So is your day to day is like is it just basically training or are you doing like some ticket shadowing or like what does your day look like these days?
Recently, actually, I've been doing shadowing, and I was doing like the chat support, and I've been
Okay.
resolving like the simple tickets. And then I think next week I'm starting to take calls.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
hmm
Um, do you, when you first started working, did you feel nervous about like, oh, what if I don't know something? And, or I guess, did you have any worries and like, how did you end up feeling like after you started actually going to work and training?
Yeah, I was nervous. It's gonna be my first day and everything, but I think what actually got me the job was when I was interviewing with like the third final interview. I think I said something like, "I'm the first person to admit that I don't know everything, but I'll figure it
Mm-hmm.
out and I'll learn." And I don't know. I feel like when I said that, the guy was really like he liked my attitude about it. And so yeah, I was nervous for my first day, but when I got there, everyone was really nice and everyone taught me well, and I was just there observing. So I got over it pretty quick.
That's nice. That's good to hear. Cool. So like after you, I guess you didn't fully get into the swing of things yet, but do you notice like uh, much of a change in like stress levels or anything like this, or do you feel like your life has changed any, or are you still in that transition period like where you're getting used to stuff?
Uh, kind of used to it already. The main thing I'm getting used to honestly is not even the stress levels. It's mainly the sitting down. I
Oh,
sit down
okay.
a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
now compared to before, so that's what I'm like having a hard time getting used to. But more or less stress levels, there's a lot less stress.
Gotcha. You got to get that standing desk eventually.
I know we do have standing desks at work, but we're only there 3 times a week. So
Okay.
mhm.
Cool. And from like the time that you started the course to the time you like accepted your offer, do you remember about how long that was?
I started the course, I think, January, and I got an offer March 20 something.
Okay.
So I finished the course, I think, in about a month, so Feb something. And then I took time to like work on my GitHub projects, which took about like a month and a half. But all that time I was already applying. I applied to about 220 according to my tracker. And
Mm.
then I got the offer near my birthday, actually, which I remember was like March 20 something. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, that's pretty fast. It's
Hmm.
less than 4 months to change career.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
essentially. But I went pretty crazy. I went hard with the applications. I was working on my projects almost every day. And the course wasn't that hard for me because I already took my A plus. It was
Mm,
mainly the practical stuff that you were teaching that I had to really get into. But the theoretical
gotcha.
stuff was relatively easy already. So I was able
Gotcha.
to
Gotcha.
breeze through that.
You have really nice portfolio too. I remember looking at it,
Yeah,
your
thank you.
projects. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking at everyone else's portfolio to like see how to stand out, and I just I used ChatGPT to help me think of ideas, and I picked the best ones, and I just started working on them.
It's very very resourceful. And then can I ask like why did you decide to actually get the course? Like what made you like decide to go through it and buy it and
Hmm.
all that?
Well, your videos. So I was watching your videos, and I'm getting older. I'm 28, and then I can't be working at Chipotle forever. So I thought
Mm,
about something that I can do without a college degree, where it's still a career. And I've been seeing your videos in the background a lot, and then I see a lot of random tech YouTubers talking about career transitions too. And so I just
mm.
decided to bite the bullet. Like this is the time I should learn. And I got my A plus last year too, December. So it's been a long time coming. So yeah.
Gotcha. Since you got your just this is like a random question. After you got your A plus, did you apply to jobs or you just kind of or were just like putting it off or um
No, not yet. I started applying when I took your course because I had like a year long plan, which
uh,
was get my A plus,
okay.
then take your course, and then apply. So that was
Gotcha.
that was the rough idea of my plan.
Gotcha. It ended up being less than a year though, sounds like.
Yeah, I mean the A plus, I took me like I think like 4 months, 2 months for
Okay.
each half. Yeah,
Gotcha. And then I think in the Discord you said that you end up getting two job offers.
yeah. Actually, I got two job offers.
Can you talk about like
Hmm.
you don't have to like tell who they were, but can you like
Yeah,
tell me like about those a bit and like why you decided to go with one over the other?
yeah. I decided to go with the other one. They're both like similar. They're both service desks. One was for
Mm,
like a security company, and one's for like an electric company. I just decided to go with
okay.
the other one because of I think better name recognition and more pay, and it was also
Okay.
closer. So all the
Mm,
pros are for that. But I got the
yeah.
other one first, so I
Okay.
had to turn it down, which was such a weird feeling, to
Yeah.
be wanted like that. Like real, like I don't know how to. I was asking my wife, how do I turn down a job offer? I feel bad.
Yeah. I know exactly how you feel. So you said you applied to like around 220 jobs or something like this. Um, how many did you have to, I guess, how many different interviews did you end up doing that whole time?
Okay, so I got 4 interviews, and then I didn't go to one because I got it too late. I already accepted the last offer, and they weren't
Oh,
offering that. The offer wasn't that high, and the other one I actually got to the last interview, but then I didn't pass, and then yeah, there's the other two. So four total. I got 4 interviews from the 220 jobs that I applied to.
gotcha. And then for the job that you actually got hired from, was that interview process like you don't have to tell me what the questions are, but were they like mostly technical or behavioral, or did you find it hard, or I guess how was that whole experience going into it?
So what I did before interviews, I would warm up. Like aside from the practice that you do like the night before, maybe a few days before, I would warm up because I knew that even if I did practice, it would take some time for me to get in the zone. So like maybe an
Mm,
hour or 2 hours before the interview, I'd be doing this exact same thing. I'd be in front of the camera, talking already, practicing how I say words and stuff. While I had like on my other monitor, I would have my questions, and then I would try to like say it as best as I can. And then like after that, I'd go straight into the call. So I was already warmed up.
oh,
And yeah,
nice.
so it was a mix of both technical and like customer service based questions. So I think, yeah, like knowing all the stuff I learned in the course, the AD stuff especially, that's like the most like almost everyone uses AD,
Yeah.
and basic customer service, like how you would treat a customer if they did this or why. And I already worked in a kitchen, so I know, customer service and everything. So yeah, those were the main things that they asked.
That's a really good point. Working in the kitchen, because like almost any prior job you have will probably have at least some transferable skill that you can use, especially like entry level IT. So that's cool.
Yeah, and when I was actually learning the chat support like a few days ago, so the difference between the chat support and like the call support, with calls you're solving problems one at a time. With chat support you're solving like five problems at the same time. And I realized like, like the stress of working in a kitchen, multitasking, and then like, having to do all these things at the same time, it kind of applies to like doing the chat support. Like I'm able to handle the pressure because I'm used to doing like multitasking all the time in my old job. So yeah, there's always something that will transfer, I think.
Cool. I think that's good for anyone listening, because I know a lot of people worry about, because it's like unknown or whatever, but it's almost like, especially like help desk, it's just like computer flavored customer service essentially. So once you get used to it, it won't be like, it's not that bad. Yeah. And then did you have to negotiate your salary at all, or was their offer like pretty good, or can you talk about the range? If you can't, that's completely fine.
The offer was like my goal. The offer was my goal, so I was fine with it. I didn't even negotiate. And I knew that like, okay, it's my first job. It's still like nearly double what I make at Chipotle. Damn. So I was happy with it. Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty good. Cool. Congrats on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
For anyone watching, is there any like who's considering doing the course? Is there any particular part of the course that you would recommend them to like really pay attention to or focus on?
I think it would depend on what they already know in IT, but like knowing the fundamentals, like the theory, like the stuff, the way you taught it was really good because you use like analogies that anyone can understand. So like really understand that and like supplement it with other videos. And then the practical knowledge that you taught, like the Active Directory stuff, the command line stuff, that's very important too. So like if you already obviously know the fundamentals, the practical stuff for me was like the most important stuff. And I use it at work, like the command line stuff. We use AD at work, so it's all very important. And VPNs, we have like the VPNs and everything.
Oh, do you have to configure like the user's VPN on their laptop and stuff like this?
We have like first level support for the VPN, so just like we have like a few solutions, like just removing the portal and restarting it. Yeah, stuff like that.
Cool. That's cool. And then, so you said you had A+. Did you do anything else, like, I mean, outside of the course to kind of help you get the job that you got, like A+ in the course, and anything else?
Just like always learn something on YouTube. I'm always like learning something. If I'm not like studying, like my YouTube algorithm is just full of tech stuff now. So like passively I learn something. Yeah. A lot of LTT, Linus Tech Tips. On my feed. Yeah,
that's cool. And then, so this last question is not necessarily related to the course, but as somebody who did a career change like kind of quickly and did a really good job at it, do you have any advice for the viewers watching who might want to kind of follow in your footsteps?
My advice is it's possible. Like it really is possible. You just have to, aside from like listen to what the course is, like just try to think for yourself, what else can I do? Like try to figure out what else can I do to stand out, because eventually there's going to be a bunch of people doing the same thing. You got to figure out how you can stand out. And what I did to stand out was I knew how to make different projects. I knew I had the A+, and I knew that I would be applying to more jobs with people. Like people would probably give up at like the 5. I was going crazy. I was doing like 20 every day. And every like 30 rejections, I would go back at the drawing board and like, what's wrong with my resume? Is it the way I worded something? like I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna change something. If it's not working, change it. So I must have changed my resume maybe like 4 times in the whole 200 something applications. Yeah, so that's it. Like just learn as much as you can, and like if it's not working, change it.
Yeah, that's really good advice. I think that's applicable to a lot of places too, because you see on Reddit people are like, I applied like 600 jobs and I didn't get an interview. It's probably their resume. They probably didn't change it, and something's probably wrong with it.
Yeah.
So it's good. What you're doing is, in my opinion, is like really good practice. And also the other thing you said, oh my god, my laptop. The other thing you said, like distinguishing yourself from your peers, is also, I think that's really smart too. And that's like the whole name of the game. Like distinguish yourself from your peers, convince them to give you an interview, convince them to hire you, and then like you're good after that. So, yeah,
Well,
thank
actually,
you.
on a specific advice, I would look
Okay.
at the jobs, like the job descriptions, and if there's something I don't know, I'll learn it and I'll make a project about it. So so there was different ticketing systems there. I didn't know what Jira was. I Googled it, I downloaded it, and I used it for a few days. Then I made a project about it. I didn't know what Spiceworks was. I did the same thing and I made a project about it. So like, I think about it like you want to hit the keywords, so learn the keywords, you know? And it's free.
That's so smart. Yes, do that, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It takes like time and energy, but that's how you distinguish yourself. You know.
Yeah, but that's how you change your life, you know? That's how you find a new career. You gotta put the effort in. It's gonna be hard, but it's possible.
Yeah, I think that's really impressive. Good job on all that. You like
Thank you.
did great. Cool. Yeah. Any final thoughts or anything?
No, I just want to thank you because, like I said, I used to watch these videos, and they inspired me to start working on it, and now here I am. So it's full circle.
Yeah, that's crazy. So funny. We'll have to do like a follow up in like 6 months or something and see like how things
Yeah.
are going. That's exciting.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I have one last question. Do you have like any plans yet? Like, do you plan to go to like cybersecurity or networking, or you just kind of see how things are and then make up your mind?
Right now, I'm studying for the CCNA because, yeah, I want to really like learn networking because like even if I don't get into networking, it's like a strong fundamental for like cybersecurity, right? So I think that's like it feels like the natural next step for me to learn more networking. So yeah, I'm on like day 5 of studying for CCNA.
Oh, nice. I will say like CCNA is like the most useful cert I got out of like everything. It's even better than like CISSP. CCNA is like so good, so I think that's a good.
Really?
movement,
Better
in my
than
opinion.
CISSP?
Yeah, because CISSP is just like a whole bunch of like really shallow theory, and after I got it, I was like, okay, like now what? But after I got CCNA, I was like, damn, I can like set up a whole network and configure like OSPF and do all this stuff, and it was like kind of more tangible for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I got Packet Tracer, and I thought it would just be like, okay, very theoretical, but no, you can like put the switches there, and then you can see how to configure it, what wire you're gonna use. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I can actually do something after having this cert. So I think that's really good. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we'll like email and chat. I'm sure we'll chat again in the future sometime.